Surprisingly, a new DLC for Risk of Rain 2 has been announced, even if they literally just finished fixing the previous one. And, I'm not that worried about it. So, the new DLC will be called Alloyed Collective, and we have a trainer and some informations on the Steam page. Let's start with the trailer, let's watch it together, where you all can see that there are some special things. We can skip the cinematic intro and go into the gameplay, where we can actually see something. For example, new map, new enemies. This new DLC will be focused on robotic parts and surveyors, and in general, the little ball thingies enemies that we are already used to, which it's fine. And we all can see the new map like that. There should be also some little gameplay like that. Obviously, they used the normal survivors, but it's clear that we will have more survivors. That was another kind of new enemy. We can see it here. They have like some gas tanks on the back. I guess they're like flamethrower bots or something. It's all robotic enemies, pretty much. And guys, another map again. Looks really cool. I think Gearbox are really learned well the artistic style of Risk of Rain. I'm really happy about it because the maps are amazing. Aside one that you all know which one it is that I hate so much. Another map again, full of Solus units again, which is totally fine. Another map again. Pretty fine, I will say. Nothing special. We haven't seen any item, survivor, or anything new at the moment, aside from this that just happened. Because they want to tease a bit the whole situation. And yeah, coming soon, so I think it shouldn't arrive too late. Might be around summer, maybe at worst Christmas time. I doubt it will be anytime later that, because coming soon doesn't make sense. And so what do we have new here pretty much? As I said, we have new enemies that are mostly based on Solus units. The whole point of the DLC is just going on a part of Petrichor which is controlled by Solus units. We have this new weird altar that we don't know what it is. We have here another few screenshots of the new maps and new enemies again in this case too, which again, they look really good. I like them a lot. And the fact that they are adding new maps, now we will see how many, it will make every run even more different. The only problem for me, honestly, is that I will be sad it will not be that easy to get guaranteed blue shrines. Because they will pretty much dilute the map pool a lot, and it will be more difficult to get Desert, to get Scorched Acres, or the Snowy map. But whatever, it's fine. More variety on a roguelike is always good. So, what will this DLC contain? They said the DLC will be as big as the previous two, pretty much. It contains 6 new maps, which pretty much we mostly have seen in the trailer. It will contain 2 new survivors, not 3. Bit sad, but it's fine. They say that 1 returns, so probably will be a survivor like Miner, Enforcer, or anything else from Risk of Rain 1. And 1 debuts, so that's probably a new one, completely new. I really hope they are similar to Seeker, like really feel like a survivor and not some weird stuff like Chef of Folsom, because those two are like horrible. They say they have added 7 new drone types so that we have more styles. My personal opinion on this is that they will add also items that work well with drones. At the moment, I think we only have the backup drone equipment and the red item for drones. This should make things better, hopefully. But yeah, I'm really up for it. I really hope they will be worth it, though, because the AI on the drones is not the best. They say we have 7 new types of enemies, which are pretty much all Solus types, which is fine. We have massive bosses with an S, so more than 1. They say there is a new teleporter encounter, which I suppose it's another type of Solus, aside from the one that's already in the game. And a final boss that will reshape endgame. So I guess, aside from having the Scavenger when you obliterate, having Matrix, having the Folsom, having the Voidling, now we will have another endgame again. I don't really know how I feel about it. I think there are already too many ways to end a run, aside from dying. But we'll see, might be a fun one. And then they say there is 15 new items, which also good. It does dilute the pool even more, and I'm worried about builds that uses crit, for example, because in the past it was easy. You only add the goggles and that's it. Then they added the 2 green items that add like a tiny bit of crit, 5% the first time you have, like the shite and that weird hat. But yeah, with 15 new items, it will get even more difficult to get like even to 50% crit unless you find a printer. Hopefully there is some crit in those items. Really hope so. I'm really hoping for that. Aside from it, they give a little explanation about the stages. They explain 4 of them. I guess the extra 2 might be endgame stuff. So that's fine, not talking about it. Prerequisites, it's the usual one. And that's kinda it. They added a little dev diary where we can see some other bits of gameplay. Here we can see a lot of the new Solus enemies and new map, the robotic one that's like a factory or something, which is fine. And then they're also explaining about the updates that they want to still update the base game too for optimizing it more, especially regarding system memory. I guess for the amount of items and enemies, they want it to run well on like Switch and PlayStations and whatever, because on PC I doubt it's that much of a problem. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much fine. It's a good DLC, I will say. Obviously, we will try it together when it releases. I will give you my review. I'm fine with adding more DLCs to Risk of Rain. Like, if they add 3, 4 more DLCs, I'm totally fine with it. I could easily see it, like, adding 10 DLCs in the span of the next years. I don't see any problems with that. I think Risk of Rain will only benefit from more variety until it reaches the point that you cannot get double items. Like, if we reach the point of being close to, I don't know, the Binding of Isaac, when we get to like 600 different items, then I think Risk of Rain will lose its identity of stacking the same item. But I think we are way far from that. And the fact that we can have infinite run just by looping, I don't think will make that a big of a problem.